Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the 11th video in my Mass Effect Legendary Edition series. In the last video, we finished our quests on Noveria, freeing the Rachni, and discovering the location of the Mu Relay. In this video, we're going to start by talking to our crew, getting their thoughts on the last mission. We'll then clean up the mistakes of Binary Helix's Rachni breeding program, and complete the last missions regarding Cerberus in Mass Effect 1. So, let's go ahead and head down and start talking to the crew. Let's start with Kaidan.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
I haven't heard anything about Canadics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record? If we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
That is an interesting point, because I mean, they were the ones who had to very nearly go extinct last time. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Liara.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
But we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
Why are you so interested in me?
I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
Don't tell me a little danger puts you off.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yeah, definitely going with the Liara for the romantic option there. Always do. She's just always my choice there. I have chosen, actually, in the past I have chosen Tali once. You can actually date her in Mass Effect 2. But, again, and you can't actually date Liara in Mass Effect 2, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, though, yeah, I always go with Liara, though. Let's talk to Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
An Elcor
But
was?
this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
I've seen those Elcor. How exactly are they cutting people up? Anyway.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
If you missed that, yeah. Krogan have 4 testicles. They've got multiple sets of multiple organs. They're very resilient.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Jeez.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them.
Ugh.
Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that, but Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, we will do that mission, but not in this video. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and talk to Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
And that right there is one of the reasons why I definitely go for Liara. Anyway.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vidmails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? Like I said, the Rachni are dangerous. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to T'Soni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Alright, let's talk to Rex.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Whew.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
No. Now that I have my family's armor again, there's nothing left for me.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh man, let's see if he'll talk about the Rachni though, because
Shepard.
that option didn't seem to show up. No, I guess not.
Rex?
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Tali. But man, yeah. Mass Effect 2 and 3 really do great things for Rex's story. Anyway though, here we go.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands. And I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
Yeah, we will handle that issue, not in this video, the next video, but the following one. This is the 11th, we'll be handling that in the 13th video. Anyway though, let's get back up to the galaxy map. Alright, here we go.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clear.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Let's go see what this is.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay, and we will take care of that, but that is actually video number 14, so... Actually, no, that one is way later. Pharos is video number 14. Anyway, here we go. Galaxy map. Okay, leaving behind Novaria, Pax, and the Horsehead Nebula, we are going to be heading on over to the Newton system and the Kepler Verge. Now I gotta actually find the Kepler Verge. There we are. And Newton.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a cruise.
A cruise? I lost my whole unit there. You're saying that our scientists were involved?
I can't get any information on what they were working on. The project records were sealed. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
That is actually the second time that we've been given that mission. That mission we got before was the message that was being sent to that doctor that he was no longer safe and he needed to get to a safe room. But here we are on Newton, so let's take a look at these planets. I believe we're actually landing on Antaram, so let's take a look at Clincori. Clincori is a rock and ice planet with an atmosphere composed of chlorine and argon. The frozen surface is mainly composed of potassium with deposits of iron. Clincori is famously claimed by the eccentric Volus billionaire Kuman Shoal. He claims that a vision of a higher being told him to seek on Clincori the lost crypts of beings of light. These entities are supposedly created at the dawn of time to protect organic life from synthetic machine devils. Shoal has been excavating on Clincori's toxic surface for 2 decades at great expense. No government has valued the world enough to evict him and his small army of mercenaries. Okay, surveying it, we find Matriarch's writings. Scans of the planet Clincori revealed the cockpit of a Volus trading vessel. There are no signs of the rest of the ship, but the salvage team discovered one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings in the ship's systems. Okay. Next up is Junkro. Junkro is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its upper atmosphere. Like Uranus in the solar system, it is tipped on its side with its north pole facing towards the star Newton. Surveying it, we find a gas deposit of hydrogen. Okay. Next up is Seismos. Seismos is an ice dwarf world, its surface composed almost entirely of frozen water. Normally, a planet this small would not rate inclusion in a system's charts, but Seismos' unusually large and beautiful rings of ice crystals. The ring is the result of a glancing equatorial blow, which left a large trench that threw a great deal of melted water into the atmosphere. The rings are a temporary feature that will completely decay within the next few thousand years. Okay. Negative 188 degrees Celsius and no atmosphere, with a minuscule amount of gravity. It's just like a floating little droplet of ice with rings. Next up, Antaram. Though Antaram's surface is uncomfortably hot, its nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere and abundant shallow seas make it an ideal candidate for habitation by most known species. Unfortunately, the orbit of the moon Thonal has been slowly decaying since the system coalesced. Its proximity is beginning to have tidal effects, and its dynamo-like revolution through Antaram's magnetic field is generating increasingly powerful electrical storms. While some have suggested the emplacement of mass effect drives in an attempt to lighten the moon and correct its orbit, the scale of such a project, tens of thousands of drives, costing enough to bankrupt the governments of all the Citadel races, make it a pipe dream. A multiracial effort is underway to catalog and preserve the unique genetic diversity of Antaram's vibrant young biosphere. Exogenicorp and Heiyuan Genomics represent the Alliance's share of the effort. Okay, let's land. Alright, and our first spot is going to be this anomaly here. Okay. So, we've got a bunch of bugs, and I'm going to attempt to not destroy the biodiversity, given that they're trying to... Not sure what enemy they're talking about. Gonna try not to kill the bugs. Here we go, because they're trying to catalog the biosphere here. It'd be kind of dumb. Turian corpse with a Turian insignia. It's unclear what happened to this Turian. He had an ancient paper book with the Bostra Outpost insignia printed on its cover. Okay. 24,900 credits. Okay, I gotta check something real quick. Was that the end of that quest? No! That was just one of them, and we got nearly 25,000 credits for picking that up? Oh, man. Okay. Let's get going. The next spot is going to be down here somewhere. Yeah, that moon really is big in the sky. Okay, so we've got a gold deposit here. Okay, heavy metal of gold. Let's get back on board. Actually, you know what? There's one of my favorite little weird things in the entire game is around here. So we've got these little... I don't even know what to call these things. They look like primitive horses, but with front legs. Or like with like arms in front of their front legs. Let's see if I can't find them. One of these creatures is called Shifty Looking Cow. So check this out. We get close. Yep, it just stole credits from us with those little hands. They just stole from us. Okay, that just took another 4 credits. Gotta get going before it sticks its hands deep in our pockets. Here we go. Okay, next up we're gonna head right on over here. They weren't kidding when they were talking about all the electrical storms. Okay, and there's our final destination over there. I pointed out because they're going to start shooting at us here in a minute in all likelihood. Yep. Is that everybody? Any more of y'all going to keep shooting at me? Alright, there may be more, but no one's shooting anymore. Okay. Palladium deposit. There we go, heavy metal palladium. Okay, just leveled up. And got 27,000 credits. Did that finish one of these? No, I still haven't even finished that one. I do have all the gases I need for that, but I still need more heavy metals, light metals, and rare earths. Okay. Next up, we are going to head up to this piece of debris. Okay, and we have a crashed probe here. With a grenade upgrade and an armor upgrade. And man, oh man, look at that. You got the moon giant on the horizon and the electrical storms that it's causing right over there. Okay. Let's get over to this little base. Okay. Let's get in here. Alright. No telling exactly what we're going to face here. We got dead soldier. Aid station upgrade kit with 2 ammo upgrades. Let's see what else. Got a malfunctioning object with weapon and grenade upgrade inside of it. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we got some enemies on radar. Looks like at least 5. 6. Okay, another dead soldier. Okay, a lot of them. There we go. Okay, neural shock, overkill. Marksman, singularity. Still one more. Okay, all the mercenaries are down. One thing I'm going to do real quick, because it's been stupid that I haven't done this, we're going to put these into the hotkeys. I'm going to put all mine in here, and then the ones I use most for them. I know I can't use it right now. No? Okay, well... Again, I don't... Okay, I don't know why. I can't apparently add those. Whatever.
Area secured.
Let's check this. Okay, 2 assault rifles and a shotgun. Any more crates? Nothing I can see just yet. Oh, there we go. Locked crate and a secure storage locker. 2 sniper rifles and an assault rifle. Shotgun, sniper rifle, and pistol. And a medical kit. Okay. Now it looks like it's gonna... Nope, another dead soldier. Looks like it wants us to go right, but let's go left and see... Nope, can't go in there. So we'll go right.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
Corporal Toombs? But I saw you die on a cruise. How did you get here?
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this! This man is delusional!
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
Toombs, I didn't see anybody. If I'd seen you, I'd have come back for you, I swear.
You can't believe Toombs! He doesn't have any proof! I demand a fair trial!
He was there! You bastard! He knows the truth! They treated me like a lab animal. I only escaped because somebody destroyed Cerberus, their big organization. This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on a cruise, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Toombs stares morosely at the floor, lost in his memories. You give the scientist a shove towards the door. Your mission is complete. The Alliance courts will take it from here. Exit the bunker. Alright, so that was the good ending there. The bad ending ends up with either Toombs killing him, or you killing him, or you killing Toombs, and regardless, you need both of them to survive for things to go to trial properly. Let's get back to the Normandy. Okay.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure, and hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you. 5th Fleet out.
Next up, we are going to be heading to the Styx Theta cluster. Okay, leaving behind the Kepler Verge. Let's see if we can't find the Styx Theta. So it's right next door, but that's like 5 mass relay jumps away. And we're going to be going first to the Erebus system.
Commander, we've got an incoming distress signal. Patching through to you.
Mayday! 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 This is Lieutenant Marie Durand, 314th Infantry, Alliance 10th Frontier Division. The listening post has been overrun by unidentified hostile life forms. Request immediate extraction.
Okay, Nepmos is where we're going, but let's check the other planets and the asteroid belt here. Nothing in the asteroid belt, so Quadji. Quadji is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. The surface is composed of silica with deposits of uranium and heavy metals. Clouds of small water ice crystals are common. Quadji skies are full of fine silica dust. From the surface, the sky has a pronounced salmon hue. The cursory initial scans from the Alliance surveyor ship Ibn Battuta showed geometric patterns in the northern hemisphere deserts, visible only in the ultraviolet band. Normandy sensors see nothing of the kind. Surveying it, we find the heavy metal of platinum. Okay. Next up is Wermani. Wermani has only been visited by a single unmanned probe. It is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with large formations of water vapor clouds in the upper atmosphere. Surveying it, we find a Prothean data disk. Scans of the planet Wermani turned up a few odd readings. Chief Engineer Adams fine-tuned the scans and discovered an automated repair drone in orbit. Tally and Adams brought the drone on board to dismantle it and found a Prothean data disk in its core. Okay. And next up, Chofin. Chofin is an unusually small hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and hydrocarbons in the atmosphere. The Alliance surveyor ship Ibn Battuta reported inconclusive evidence of hydrocarbon life in the deeper layers of the atmosphere, over 1,000 kilometers below the cloud tops, where the pressure compresses Chofin's hydrogen into a liquid state. Proof of life in this environment would prove many long-standing theories. Unfortunately, only a probe with extremely expensive mass effect generators could survive the crushing pressure long enough to send back useful data, and the probe would be lost in the attempt. Simple expense makes the investigation doubtful. Okay. And last but not least, Nepmos. Nepmos is a resource-rich terrestrial, somewhat larger than Earth, with a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and argon. Nepmos' crust is very thin and unstable, not more than 8 kilometers deep in any location. Subsurface magma flows are a hazard to ground travel, and earthquakes are frequent. While heavy metals and radioactives are plentiful, this geological instability has deterred investment by mining concerns. An additional complication is that the Styx Theta cluster lies uncomfortably close to the 5 kiloparsec ring around the galactic core. The ring contains a great deal of molecular hydrogen, fueling a majority of the galaxy's star formation. This area is too dangerous to safely travel. Let's land. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Alright, the first spot we're going to head is right over here.
On my way.
Alright, we got a palladium deposit. We have the heavy metal palladium. Next up, we are going to head down here. Okay, and this little spot here is under attack. Let's see if we can't help.
En route.
We can hook our the Mako up to this generator. The generator has been ripped apart by arachnid claws, leaving the defensive turrets inoperable. It would be possible to power the turrets off the Mako engine, but this would make it impossible to drive or fire the Makos on weapons. There we go. So the turrets should now be back online. There we go. Let's help these Marines out. Got another arachnid swarm approaching. Let's talk to Lieutenant Durand.
First Lieutenant Durand, sir. 3rd Brigade, 14th Infantry Regiment, and I am damn glad to see you.
We heard you needed some backup.
Actually, we need to get the hell out of here. But I guess your ship couldn't carry us all. They dropped us here a few months back. We get supplies every couple weeks. We didn't see anything local that was more dangerous than lichen. Yesterday, these animals started coming out of the ground. No idea where they're from. This is what's left out of 90 men. I'm the ranking officer.
We do have a ship in orbit. We could bombard them.
Wouldn't do much good. They're moving around deep underground. The only time they come near the surface, and they're right on our position. You bombard them, you take us out too.
Why are you out here in the first place?
There's been a lot of pirate activity in this cluster. We set up a chain of listening posts in the local systems, in case they have a staging base.
They're not animals. They're a sentient species. You study history? They're called Rachni.
Never heard of them. Can't say I care. What we just fought was a probe. Our seismic sensors are picking up a crapload more on their way up from underground. We've got 5 minutes, tops. We might be able to hold them off if we were at peak, but you can see the fighting's busted this place up.
Do what you can to secure your position. We'll see if we can get some of your defenses operational.
Aye, aye, Commander. You heard the man. Everybody pool magazines and grenades. Take a leak and a drink while you can. And if anyone wants a smoke, it's as good a time as any.
Alright, let's check out their little habitats here, see if there's anything nice here. Medical kit. Upgrade kit with grenade and ammo upgrades. They're not going to need it much longer. We're about to solve their problem. If we were leaving them behind, I might actually consider leaving these things here. And a medical kit. Okay. So let's get ready for this Rachni swarm to come in, after which we will leave this little listening post and we'll go find the Rachni at their source. Now, my understanding is that these are not actually intelligent Rachni, these are the mad Rachni from Binary Helix. Okay.
Not much time left, Commander.
I guess we're fighting off another swarm. There they are. Okay. I think that was that wave.
Perimeter clear. Hell, sir. Talk about a near-run thing. You alright?
Never mind me. Are you alright?
Still on my feet. But we've been fighting for almost 26 hours straight. None of us will be standing for long. There's one other thing I should mention. One of our other listening posts went offline 3 days ago. I don't know if it's coincidence, a pirate raid, or what. But if you want to check in on them...
We'll check on them. I don't know why there are Rachni loose out here, but I intend to find out.
Ma'am, we're getting a signal from one of the ground scan UAVs. A big hollow space about 500 meters under the surface.
Right, that must be it. That must be where they're coming from. My people aren't in any condition for a clearing operation, though.
Just point us in the right direction.
You don't have to do that, Commander. We've bled them. We can probably hold until a bigger ship arrives to get us off-world. If you want to take a throw at it, we'll give you the coordinates. But it's your call. You saved our asses, Commander. Thanks.
We're of course going to take care of it. Now then, let's go deconnect the Mako and get out of here. Okay. Next up, we are going to head up here. Okay, uranium deposit. Rare element uranium. And next up, this little anomaly over here. Looks like a little camp of some sort. Mining camp, maybe? Discovery. It appears that these particle bores were shut down after breaking through into the tunnels just below the surface. The shacks and equipment are stenciled with the logo of the Tenkara Mining Consortium, but there's no trace of the mining crew.
Heading to position.
Anyway, let's see. We got these two shelters here. Technician's kit, armor and grenade upgrade. And I believe that was a Rachni song we just heard just now. Let's check this out. Medical kit, okay. And now then, let's get moving. Okay, we are now going to be headed down here. Here we are, Rachni. $54,000 credits for clearing that. Okay, up next. You know, I kind of would have to laugh if anyone actually made a guide that was like, how to make money in Mass Effect. It's like, really? What did you spend all your money on? You just made 54,000 credits from a single ambush clearing. What else do you, like, where are you losing all this money? Anyway, I'll bring you back. Okay.
En route.
What is this right here? A buried safe box with a medallion inside. One of the miners had a League of One medallion. It's possible he discovered it while they were digging, but there's no way to know for certain. Okay. 27,000 credits. How close am I to finishing that one? I think that's Signs of Battle. Yep, need 4 more League medallions. Okay. Up next, we're going to be heading right over here. Oh no, another terribly lucrative ambush. Whatever will I do? Oh no! I only just made another 54,000 credits. Let's head on down here. I'm gonna get the debris, then we're gonna go to the Arachni-infested mine. Before we get to the debris, though, we got this titanium deposit, so let's check this out. Alright, light metal titanium, and it's right here on the map. Oop, right here. Jeez. Right here on the map. Okay, crashed probe. There we go, 2 ammo upgrades. And now for the Arachni-infested mine. Alright, here we go. Let's find these Arachni and put an end to their attacks. Standard mining tunnel. Okay, we got a locked crate. With 2 sniper rifles and a pistol. No enemies on the radar yet, but my guess is they're all hiding in the ground or something. Oh, yep. Okay, more of them. Okay, well these ones don't seem to notice that we're actually here yet, so that's nice. Okay, well I did get poisoned, but fine now.
Think we're good,
Well,
Commander.
mostly. Okay, let's find more of these guys. Oh, there we go. Actually, yep. Nope. Alright, Liara just went down, but we got Unity. This is definitely the most dangerous mission we've faced so far. Oh, more of them behind this drill. Dead, okay. Let's check out this crate. 2 pistols.
Perimeter clear.
And more Arachni. I might end up using all my metagel here.
Negative contact, Shepard.
Let's keep up. Oh, here's another one. Neural shock. Okay, why? No! Oh my god. Run! I did not save. I really don't want to have to restart this planet over. Okay, looks like 4 more still. Still 2 more. And 1 more. Jeez, I wish I'd brought Rex with me. Bring the Krogan to clear out the Arachni den. Okay.
That's it. Back.
Whew. I doubt that's actually it. Let's keep going. That was a lot of soldiers. Okay, we got, oh, more soldiers. Marksman. Ah, shoot. Brood warrior. Okay, Liara's down again, but I got Unity. Alright, she's back.
Bring it
Whew, okay. Secure crate. Heavy human armor, medium Turian armor, light Turian armor. Okay. Well, Garrus will be very happy, except for I never really bring him out for these things anymore.
All targets down.
Okay, let's take this next tunnel. I'm glad it took that metagel from that kid. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Another brood warrior. used neural shock on him, which that definitely seems to have helped. Records of the Rachni War suggest brood warriors, the male-gendered Rachni, only fight when a hive is severely pressed. It's safe to say you eliminated the Rachni on Netmos. Oh, okay. Let's loot this locked crate here.
Secured.
Sniper rifle, pistol, and Omni tool. Okay. I will bring you back when we get to the Normandy, or if I find something in between. Got a crate here. Medium Turian armor, shotgun, and pistol. Anyway, get you back on the Normandy. Okay, here we go. We're leaving behind Netmos and Erebus to go on over to the Acheron system. Okay, so we got 4 planets and a system of asteroids here. Let's search the asteroid belt. Oh. There we go. Carbonaceous asteroid. A dark asteroid of mixed carbonaceous material. This asteroid shows signs of impacts by weapons fire. Surveying it, we find the Turian insignia for the Epirus colony. Okay, so Farthrol. A modest terrestrial planet, Farthrol has a thin atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and chlorine. The crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of nickel. The terrain is extremely rough, a patchwork of craggy, overlapping craters dating back to the formation of the solar system. Farthrol is tidally locked to the star Acheron, and the day side has never been fully mapped. Okay. We are going to be landing on Altahi, so let's go to Grosalgan. An enigmatic rock and ice planet, Grosalgan has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is composed of frozen water and chlorine. It must be a nice clean frozen water surface. Surveying it, we find the light metal of magnesium. And up next, Emania. Emania? I don't know. Though exceptionally large for a terrestrial world, Emania is composed of water ice with a core of various carbonaceous compounds. It has a density only half that of Earth, and the atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The surface is composed of surprisingly pure water ice with a high albedo. And last but not least, Altahi. This is a really interesting one. Altahi is an exceptional form of a planet called a Roche world. Simply put, it is one half of a pair of small, unusually dense terrestrial worlds, Altahi and Ontahi, that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. This does not mean that one could fly from one planet to the other, but both have identical atmospheres, and dust from one can often be found on the other. Both worlds share an atmosphere of nitrogen and ethane. The surface is warm and mainly composed of silica dust and dark basaltic rock. With extensive deposits of heavy metals and radioactives, tidal effects on Ontahi create a constant heavy wind. Okay, let's take a landing. Okay, and yeah, if we look right there, that is its sister planet right there. Of course, it also has the big old Rift Valley from Klindigan, which shows you that they really like to reuse this flipped, touched-up version of Mars. Okay, so we're going to head right on over here for the mineral deposit. Here we go, samarium deposit. Rare element samarium. Okay. Next up, there is another deposit that's right down here. Alright. Big old elemental gold deposit. Heavy metal deposit of gold. Okay. Next up, we are going to be heading right up over here. Alright, here we go. And we have a crashed, well, actually, an Asari capsule with Matriarch's writings on board. This downed satellite had one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings stored on its payload. Whether it was placed before or after it crashed is uncertain. Okay. Next up, we are going to actually head all the way up here. Okay, I'll bring you back. Alright, I put it at the wrong spot on the map. It's actually a little bit south of there, but here we are, crashed probe. I have to wonder why this one's debris and the other one's An anomaly. Okay, weapon upgrade and ammo upgrade. So, okay, next we're gonna head down here. Here we are, another one of those terrible, extremely lucrative ambushes. Oh no. However will I survive all of this cash that just comes raining down on top of me? Not 90,000 credits, no! That's even more than the 75,000 I got for that last one. Oh, it's terrible. Let's take on the next one and hope that we don't get so much cash just pouring on top of us. Ah, good, 75,000. Okay. Up next, let's head right on over here. Oh no. No, don't. Don't throw so much money at me. You know, this would be one thing if we were taking them on foot. But the fact that we're able to gun them down from the Mako. Okay, there we go. Wonder how much cash I've earned from this mission so far. Alright, let's get into this listening post here. Okay. Let's see what we find here. Dead Marines. That is not terribly surprising given the colony that was in the ground outside. Let's open up these hardened weapon lockers. Shotgun and shotgun. And with weapon upgrades and a pistol upgrade. I want to see what that frictionless materials thing does. Heat damping, very nice. And increases damage. I'll take it. Okay, looks like we got a bunch of arachni ahead. Let's get back over to my good gun. Ooh, I still only have one metagel. Okay, there's an aid station, that's good. Oh! Jeez, okay. Singularity? Okay, well that helped a little bit, but not much. And there's still more of them. Okay, there's one down. Another one down. Aid station. Good, a couple metagel. Let's keep moving up. I don't see any more, but that can't be all of them. Oh, upgrade kit. Oh, no. You currently have 251 items. You are nearing the 300 item limit. You'll be forced to salvage new items you find. Once you reach this limit, sell or salvage some items at your earliest convenience to avoid reaching this limit. Okay. Well, we got a couple of ammo upgrades. I'll have to sell a bunch of crap, and maybe start buying some Spectre level weapons. Okay, let's see what's over here. We got some arachni eggs. Which is weird, because again, I think we found arachni eggs in the other place, and plus, arachni eggs have to be laid by a queen, but anyway, I would assume at least. Okay, I know, thank you. I got a pistol, shotgun, and assault rifle. Yes. Pistol, shotgun, sniper rifle. Good lord, these weapons are getting good. Okay, wetware kit. Biotic amp and biotic amp. And malfunctioning object. With the shield interface. Okay. Let's get into the next room. More eggs, it would appear. Again, I think those are eggs. They may not be. Malfunctioning object with high explosive rounds and a terminal.
Commander, you see this? They just received a supply run 2 days ago. The Rachni worked fast.
Where'd that supply ship come from?
Hang on. Seems these things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. Got it. It came from Argos Row.
Then that's where we're going. Move out, people.
Very well, Shepard.
The Rachni infestation on Altahi seems to be the result of a supply drop from Argus Row. The logs downloaded from the freighter should allow you to backtrack the ship's course to its origin. Downloading these logs. Okay. Let's get back to the Normandy. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna go sell some crap real quick so we don't have to deal with that pop-up anymore. And then we will trace the Rachni to their source. Okay, so I just wanted to point this out real quick before we go back upstairs. Selling everything, I now have 5.5 million credits. So I'm gonna buy some weapons. Okay. Now, to the Argus Row cluster. Again. And the Gorgon system. Just down here. Okay, so we got what looks like a 5-planet system here. Let's start with Wuo. Wuo is a terrestrial planet only known from scan data picked up by unmanned probes. Though over 76 AU from the blue giant Gorgon, temperatures from Wuo's orbit are still dangerously high. Only ships with a very powerful heat radiating system can venture that deep into the system. Fortunately, Wuo is not a terribly interesting world. It has a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, and the scorching surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of platinum. The world is tidally locked to Wuo, leaving the sunward side a scorched and irradiated wasteland, and the dark side frigid and ice-encrusted. The surface temperature is 1157 degrees Celsius. 76 AU from Gorgon here. Okay, next up, Vectra. Vectra is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and sodium in its atmosphere. The heat of the star Gorgon is slowly blasting away the gas giant's massive atmosphere, which is a visibly long, dim tail that trails behind the planet. Man, this is a powerful star. Okay, we're heading there, but next up, Cameron. Interesting coloring. Cameron is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of nickel. Like Wuo, Cameron is tidally locked to the blue giant, forever looking into the face of Gorgon. That's cool. Just that right there. Surface temperature is 747 degrees, so we're getting a little bit cooler. Charblu. A standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, the methane in Charblu's atmosphere gives it an azure hue. The Asari crew who initially surveyed the system during the Earth's 17th century named Charblu after a then popular soprano. The singer was renowned for her unusual skin tone, which was quite similar to that of the planet. I mean, 17th century, she could still be alive, who knows. Next up, Slekken. Orbiting at an unbelievable distance of 710 AU, over 66 billion kilometers from Gorgon. Slekken is a huge gas giant with an atmosphere tainted by methane and chlorine. Wow. That is far. Okay, next up, unidentified space facility. The space station appears to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules of diverse origins. There are no obvious hole markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signal. It's almost like BioWare composed this thing out of off-the-shelf civilian ship modules. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Definitely can see some enemies there on the radar. Oh, let me give out some guns. Whew, that's nice. And get back to the pistol here. And I forgot to give out the shotgun as well. Okay. I'm expecting those little green Rachni to come sprinting at me at some point here. Yep. Come on, where are you? Whew, I like how much faster this pistol fires. Okay. And at least one more here. Where are you? Okay. 7,875 credits for killing a single Arachni worker. God, it still kills me thinking about the credits you get on Noveria for doing those 2 missions. Anyway. Let's get in here. Okay, I locked crate. With assault rifle, sniper rifle, and a pistol. Let's see if Liara can use that pistol. Probably. I'll leave it as is. Okay. Into the front of the ship. 8th station, that's nice. Let's check these other rooms. Medical station, crate, and a couple lockers. Heavy human armor and a biotic amp. A crate with an assault rifle and a pistol. An upgrade kit with 2 ammo upgrades. A storage locker with 2 assault rifles and a pistol. And 2 pistols and a sniper rifle. Okay. Let's check the cockpit, because this is just a ship, even if they call it a station. I mean, it has a cockpit. You can't call this thing a station. Anyway. I suppose you can, but it just seems disingenuous. That's not good. There's a bomb right there.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Play the first entry.
Sigma 23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete, and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Uh-oh.
Cerberus? Is that a corporation?
What is Cerberus? How are you still asking this? We fought them on like 4 different planets now.
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Noveria. They promise this batch will be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
Okay, there's the answer to why the Arachni were there.
Play the last entry.
They've escaped containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, my advice is, screw the Arachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
Another batch of experimental Arachni get loose. These things need warning labels.
Let's go.
The escaped Arachni definitely came from this station, though the motives of this Cerberus group are fake. We've seen Cerberus before. We've fought Cerberus now on like 4 different planets. How are we not knowing what Cerberus is? To prevent further contamination, arm the station's scuttle charges and evacuate to the Normandy. Downloading the logs. Okay, we gotta arm the scram charges. 1 minute 10 seconds. Yes, why not? Why not put it on a timer? Why not just, you know... I mean, we could have just gotten to the ship and then turned it on, but no, this is the much smarter... Oh, upgrade kit. 2 ammo upgrades, and I can see a Arachni worker that's about to go nip at my heels. Yeah, okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's move. Just keep going, guys. Oh, my. Health kit, health kit, health kit. I'm not even going after those. Okay, nope, not. I'm ignoring those crates. You know what? I had that 5.5 million credits. I think that's enough. Let's just keep on moving. But yeah, we could have set this thing off from the Normandy. But no, much better to use a timer. Let's go. Okay. Well. That'll do it for this video. We've cleaned up the mess of Binary Helix with the Arachni. We cleaned up the remaining Cerberus issues. In the next video, we're going to be doing the DLC for Mass Effect 1, the only one that still exists. The other one, Pinnacle Station, was actually lost when they lost the source code. But we're going to be doing the DLC Bringing Down the Sky, which means we're going to be heading back to the Exodus cluster. The last time we were there was when we were on Eden Prime. In the next video, we're going to go there, and we're going to stop Terra Nova from being destroyed. So, this has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.